All right, welcome everybody. I am going to do a demonstration of the new peer-to-peer trading system I've been building for Discord. It's a rough demo, although I've got it all working now. It's working consistently. We still have some polishing to do on the web interface and probably a little bit of changes to make with the way the user interactions are on Discord. But now that I've got it working, I definitely wanted to demonstrate it. So let me go ahead and share my screen and I will do that. All right, off we go. So on the left-hand side of my screen, you have the my main Discord, the one that I use all day long. On the right-hand side, I have an alt account that I have set up mostly for this. So I'm going to demonstrate that with my. I'm basically going to make a sale with the left-hand side, make a buy with the right-hand side. I'm using two different wallets. I've got a Eternal I'll use as the seller. Nami I will use as the buyer. So let me bring up my Eternal wallet. I'm going to sell this one item. This is a Cardania trading card. So the way this works with Discord, it's not a cached wallet. So, I can't display every permutation of every single NFT in existence. That's just not really a reality. So the way I have this set up is you have to know what your fingerprint is. In Eternal, it's very easy to find that. You just pull the details of the asset and it's right there. So that's what I'm going to be using. That's why I have it up. Let me go ahead and go into Discord. Now, I've never traded this particular asset before, not in any of my demos. So all the information that's going to be generated from this will be done real time. So I'm going to do /matchmaker. And that kind of brings up the general menu for Matchmaker. I can create a listing. I can show the active listings. I can cancel a listing if I had one and it hadn't been purchased. And then, once you want to buy something, then you move over to the Buy Negotiate tab. So let me go ahead and create a new listing. And so it's now scanning my wallet to see what are the contents of my wallet. I can't try and sell something I don't currently have. So it's going to check and see what I have in my wallet. Okay, so it's done that. I have a new listing draft. What would I like to do? So I'm going to sell this item. So I'm going to add an item. It comes up and asks, which asset. So this is where I need that asset tag. I'm going to put that in. I only have one, so I'm going to sell one. Now, if I want to do a very complex transaction, I could. I could have any number of things in here, including ADA, and I could say, hey, I'm looking to buy a space bud. It doesn't really matter. That's the nice thing about the system. There's no hard, you have to trade this for that. You can trade whatever you want, and that's why this menu will ask you all the way up until you're done. Now, all I want to do is sell this one item, so I'm done with what I'm selling. I'm going to go ahead and hit finish, and then it asks, okay, what do you want in exchange for that? What's your desired items? Now I could say very distinctly, I want this item. Or I can, let me go ahead and set the desired items. I can basically put whatever I want in here. This is basically, it's like putting a classified ad out. I'm selling this, I would like this. Now I can say I want ADA. I could say I want another card. It doesn't matter. Whatever I want is what I'm going to type in here, because this isn't like a hard and set thing. It's more letting people know what you're looking to get. So I'm going to say I'm going to sell this for 100 ADA. And submit that, and it says, okay, that's you have addressed a listing draft. It's currently selling this one item. This is what you're looking to exchange for 100 ADA, and I'm going to go ahead and place the listing. Now, what happens is it goes out, pulls in the information. So it just pulled this image real time off of the metadata and pulled it out of IPFS. It also sent a message out to through my Twitter. So let me go ahead and pull that on up. There it is. So new listing. So this way, anybody that's following this account will see, a new listing has gone live and what you're looking for. So they're trading the back alley recruiter in exchange for 100 ADA. Obviously, I still have a little tag here that's preview because it is still a preview. But anyway, so this will go out. It's now live. This is for sale. Okay, so on the right-hand side, I'm a buyer and I would like to buy that item. So it's currently listing number 26. So I'm going to go ahead and go in and buy listing number 26. So let me go ahead and go into my Morpheum Discord. Same thing. I'm going to do /matchmaker. And now that I know what I want, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Buy Negotiate. Actually, let me do show active listings. So this should show, so currently that is listing number 26. It's available. You should be able to see anything that's currently here. If there was any listings that are currently like in a state where two people are agreed to make an exchange, there would be a star next to it. until it's completed. Then once completed, it would go away entirely. But this is currently available. Nobody's bid on it. So I'm going to go ahead and click. Let me go ahead and close this. Start again. So matchmaker and buy negotiate. And I would like to make an offer. So it's going to be for number, sorry, what was that again? 26. So submit. And so now it's looking at this one's live wallet contents. So it knows what's in my wallet. Okay, so the listing number 26 for the back alley recruiter, they were looking for 100 ADA. You have a new draft. What would you like to do? So now here's my chance to say what I'm willing to trade for it, because, maybe I don't want to give 100 ADA. Maybe I only want to give 25 ADA or 50 ADA or whatever. This is where you can put whatever you want. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'd like to buy it for 25 ADA. Let me make sure I have enough in that particular wallet. Yeah, probably shouldn't have that written up there, but whatever. Okay, so I don't have 23 ADA. So I'm going to say I'll buy it for 20 ADA. Okay, let me bring that back up. 20 ADA, submit. And that's probably too late. Matchmaker, listing number 26. Make an offer on 26. Okay. Look at my wallet, and I'm going to go ahead and offer ADA. I will offer 15 ADA. Why not? Let me submit that. Okay. So my draft is currently set for 15 ADA. What would I like to do is where I could add items if I wanted to, but I'm done. So I'm going to go ahead and click finish. And now it's asking me, when would I like to make this exchange? And that's kind of important. I'll get into that in a minute. But I'm going to say 15 minutes. So that should be fine. And then just let me know, once you've done this, you're committed. So yes, I'm in agreement with that. And the offer is going to get set. Okay, so why did I set the time? Well, the way this system works, this is a peer-to-peer system. This isn't smart contract driven where I'm going to put an item out and hope that a buyer comes along and buys it. This stuff never leaves my wallet. So this system is literally connecting a buyer and a seller to make a transaction with each other. We can talk about the security of all that. It is very secure, but we can go into that for another video. So let me go ahead and go into my as the seller now. They've got a message saying, hey, you've received an offer. The offer is number 28. So there's offers and listings have different numbers, but it's for listing number 26. They're offering you 15 ADA. Would you like to complete the transaction at this time, 15 minutes from now? To respond to this, go back and go ahead and accept that. So I'm going to go back in. So / matchmaker. And I'm going to go to buy negotiate. And I'm going to accept the offer. And that was number 28, I believe. Submit. Now, there we go. So the buyer just got notified, or the person that was buying it just got notified that their offer was accepted, and you should receive a message shortly. Okay, so the 15 minutes. So the reason why we do this in the future is because we need to set a time when both people are available to actually make the transaction. Now, 15 minutes is really more of like the maximum time to make the transaction. It's actually in the process of setting things up right now. So in a second, you should see a message on both sides where both people are going to get their own link to actually go to the site to now complete this exchange. That should come in within the next few seconds. So let's wait for that. It doesn't take very long. All that has to happen is the system has to run through, process it, see it, and then create the links. So it takes maybe 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute tops. There we go. Okay, so, and the only reason why this didn't have a number on it is because I was already on it. You can see the message just came in, and on the left side message just came in. So let me show you what you're looking at here. This is kind of important. Each person is assigned a very unique identifier. This identifies in the system the buyer and seller. 1 second. Also, very, very, very important. There is a safety phrase at the bottom of each of these. The left-hand side has urban daffodil spider. The right-hand side has lively creek deer. This is very important. This is how you know that this message is legitimate and came from this system. And I'll show you how you can confirm your safe phrase and how to change your safe phrase. But that's what you're looking for. So we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and pull this up as the buyer. Now, again, don't mind the web interface. We're still working on it. It's not ultra elegant just yet, but that's coming. So let me go ahead and grab this link since I have this in another window. I'm going to bring it up in my Edge browser. That's where I have my NAMI set up. So let me go ahead and get connected with each one of these. So Eternal and NAMI. So let me sign this. So basically this is signing me in. We haven't done anything yet. This is just signing me into the system. Okay, same thing. Okay. Okay. There we go. Don't know why I took twice, but sometimes, this browser wallets are a little funky. All right, there we go. Good. So you can see they're both waiting for a ready state. So what we were really waiting for is both people to get on the site. Now, this will be all automated, but once both people get on the site, they'll automatically go into a ready state. But I'm going to go ahead and set myself ready on both of them. So ready state acknowledged on both. So now if I go ahead and get the status, you should see that's actually building the transaction. So what's happened is the system acknowledged they're both there. Now it's going out and looking at both people's wallets live right now to figure out which UTXOs to spend, which assets are going where, how much ADA needs to happen in the process. And so it's building the actual composite transaction for everybody to sign. And so it doesn't take very long. It takes maybe a minute. So it's already ready to sign. And this will be automatic. When the site's fully built, it'll just pop up and say, okay, it's ready to go. But for the moment, I need to go ahead and pull in the transaction. So let me go ahead and grab it. This is the seedboard. You won't see this in the final version. I'm going to go ahead and sign this. Okay. And we give it just a second to settle into the database. Let me go ahead and get the status. Okay, so seller sign, we're waiting for the buyer. So let me do the same thing over here. If I go onto the buyer side, seller sign, waiting for the buyer. Let me go ahead and pull in the transaction. And so there's the seedboard. This would now have the other person's signature. Let me go and sign it here. And so let me go ahead and do that. Okay, give that a second to settle in. And now if we check the status, there it is, transaction submitted and unconfirmed, which just means that it's on the blockchain, but transactions do get lost every now and then. So it's not confirmed until we can actually see it on the blockchain. That doesn't take very long, maybe another minute or so. So that's it though, it's done. Now that we have a transaction ID, this is definitely a complete transaction. We couldn't get this if it wasn't good and valid. So now let me go ahead and go over here and look at the two wallets. Again, it takes it takes however long. Well, I can see it already happened on the NAMI side because the wallet balance has changed. So there it is. They just picked up that. So they got the NFT, the money changed hands, and there it is on the Eternal side. So they gave up the card and the money changed hands. So what's really unique about this system is